Hey, this is AverageJohn here, coming at you with another video of what I have read this week. Now, I've read 10 comics. They're all pretty grand, I think. Now, here's my script. Right here is my phone, and my stuff written on it. So, let's dive into this. Alright, first off, we have Betty and Veronica, number 1. Volume 3, this is made in 2017. This is done by Archie Comics. And next, we have The World of Smallville, number 1. This was done in 1987. It's done by DC. Alright, next we have Dollar Comics, Green Lantern, number 1. This is made in 2020. This is also made by DC. Next, we have Darkhold, Pages from the Book of Sin, number 1. This is made in 1992 by Marvel. Now next, we have Lumberjanes, Fair and Square, number 1. This was made in 2017 by Boom. Now, we have DC Classics, Batman Adventures, number 1. This was made in 2020 by Marvel. I'm just kidding, it was by DC. DC Classics, DC. But next, we have Marvel Zombies Resurrection 2019. This one's by Marvel. There's no lie there, no lie. Alright. Now next we have Saban's Go-Go Power Rangers Back to School, number 1. This is made in 2018. This is made by Boom. Then we have Robotech number 0. Free comic book day edition, but this is made in 2019 by Titan. Last but not least, we have Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, number 1. It's made in 2016 by Boom. Should have done this before. But you know what? I'm doing now, so. Okay. I just gotta get my water. Alright. Now that all the stories are said, I'm going to spoil the crap out of these stories, so if you don't want to hear it, don't want to hear any spoilers, pause the video right here, go and watch my other videos, like those videos, maybe read the stories and subscribe to my channel. And then once you read the stories, you can come back to the video, or like it, and then continue on with from here on out. Yeah, I'm spoiling them. So, but first, we have Betty and Veronica, number 1, volume 3. This is 2017 by Archie Comics. The story is called is Why Can't We Be Friends? So, okay. So Jughead's dog are J. Farnsworth Wigglebottom III, our hot dog for short, narrates this whole story. So that was the first thing. Right. So we start off with Jughead, also known as Forsyth Pendleton Jones III, and Archie, otherwise known as Archie Andrews. We're talking about which mascot won in a fight, like Santa Claus versus the Easter Bunny, McDonald's versus Burger King, etc. Then they get to Reggie versus Moose. My friends, then Moose versus Midge, and Archie versus Jughead. Then Betty versus Veronica. They're just talking like regular kids do, they're walking home from school, whatever. They run to their friends on their walk. Betty, who's Elizabeth Cooper, and Veronica Lodge. And they decide to go to Pop's, which is a burger joint. Turns out that Pop's is being bought by this company, Queequeg's Coffee. He needs to pay them $60,000, and needs to pay the bank $6,000, or foreclosed. This upsets the gang, and they decide to do some charity events to raise money. And then Jughead's dog, our hot dog, it's just like sprayed to horror and cut to a post-pubescent protagonist exiting Pop's doomed diner of Epicurean endeavors. Actually, yes, I did eat a whole thesaurus. And then, on their way to wherever they're going, probably walking back to school from the dance. To the dance, not from the dance to the dance. They come up with ideas on how to fundraise. Invite all the bands, pie-eating contest. They'll make up more ideas. We don't know though. Because pages 19 and 20 were eaten by hot dog. We assumed that they made more ideas and then went door to door fundraising the money. Veronica has been quiet the whole time though. It turns out that her father owns the coffee company that's buying Pops. But he doesn't like that. And that's that. But he doesn't know. Next, we have The World of Smallville #1, 1987 by DC. The writer is John Byrne. The artist is Kurt Schavenberger. Now this is known as Chapter 1, Secrets. Now the premise of this comic book is pretty simple. Everyone who works on whatever job they have needs a vacation. That vacation destination may vary. Sometimes you need a beach, sometimes a city. Well, Superman, or Clark Kent's place is Smallville. Small town life, relaxing from all the hustle and bustle of the city, of Metropolis. He visits his parents. They go to a local diner. And they just started talking, random things like Lois Lane, how Jonathan Kent, the dad, was not Martha Kent's, his mom, first husband. She proceeds to tell the story. So Jonathan was a veteran in World War II on the Pacific Front for about 4 years. And Martha cared for him but couldn't wait, so she went and married Daniel Foreman, one of the owners of the Foreman store. Once Jonathan gets back from the military, Daniel has a private meeting with Jonathan where he reveals to him that he has lung cancer and makes him take Martha away to protect her from some stuff, but I don't know his cancer. And the rest is history. Or is it? Oh. we have Dollar Comics, Green Lantern #1 in 2020 by DC. Writer is Jeff Jones, and the art is by Doug Mahake, better known as Sinestro Part 1. We start off with the Green Lantern Oath. It says, in brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those worship evil's might. Beware my power, Green Lantern's light. Now the Guardians, or show the head of the Lanterns, decide to keep Sinestro as a Green Lantern. He stole the ring from Hal Jordan. In place of Hal Jordan yet. So everyone is baffled by this decision. Sinestro, the evildoer leader of the Sinestro Corp, a bunch of yellow lanterns, a bunch of evil yellow lanterns. Big bad of the Green Lantern series, is chosen to portray a good guy. Now Hal Jordan, whose ring was stolen by Sinestro, is adapting to regular life on Earth, trying to pay rent, trying not to interrupt movie scenes, and being awkward around a woman, etc., etc. However, Sinestro wants to give him back the ring, but for a price. Now, the next one is Darkhold. Pages from the Book of Sin. #1, 1992 by Marvel. It also says Midnight Suns, but trust me, it's pages from the Book of Sin. This is written by Kristen Cooper. The art is by Richard Case. Now, it's also called Black Letter. It's like Lilith, the queen of evil and the mother of demons, wants to break through the wall separating hell and earth. She does this by sending her devilish imp upon earth and handing out black envelopes which possesses the reader immortality, turns them into worm monsters, pretty much. She does this because she needs an army to conquer earth when she rises. Her other step is to obtain ripped pages from the Book of Sin. The ripped pages include a spell which breaks down the barriers, keeping her in hell. These pages are protected by the Vatican, by Father Vittorio. He wants to protect his daughter, Vicky Montesi. Vicky doesn't want her father around, so she sneaks off and gets attacked by members of the cult Darkhold. They're also after the pages, but she's saved by Ghost Rider. What does he have to do with this? And will the pages be safe? Alright. Now, we have Lumberjanes, Faire and Square #1, May 2017 by Boom. Now it's a rainy day at summer camp, so everyone's staying inside the cabin. And April and Jan are handling the kayaks, and Molly is reading about Robin Hood. Like foxes much? Now April comes in with random flyers that advertise the Nottingham Medieval Fair. That's happening the next day. I guess it's Robin Hood themed. They all decide to go. They all head out, and turns out that the Robin Hood book that Molly happened to be reading belonged to one of the employees, Rowena, who, in exchange for returning the book, offers a free tour of the fair to the group. So after the chapter change of clothes, they all get ready to go, when an archery competition with a mysterious prize starts to get announced. A mystery prize and being knighted, or a chance to be knighted, But you have to face the dragon first for that. And that's neither here nor there right now. Molly is up for the challenge and Rowana disappears. A mysterious competitor comes forward and challenges Molly. A great battle, but Molly ultimately wins, and the mysterious competitor reveals herself to be Rwanda. And I suppose Rowena has like different times throughout the script. I have no idea. I apologize, but Molly wins. And the announcer says you have given a quest to slay the dragon that beleaguers the fair. Upon completion of the quest, you will be made a knight in Nottingham. Now, most dragons are fake, but not this one. This one is real. So the gang chases to a cave and are ready to slay when Rwanda jumps out of the forest and claims not to. And then discovers a dastardly thing. That's no dragon. Not even a man dressed up in a pretty darn good costume. But a pterodactyl. A live pterodactyl that's in here through a portal that the Lumberjanes have made. So, instead of slaying it, I intend to send it back to the portal so it can grow up like a normal pterodactyl. And that's what they do. They send it to the portal, get knighted, which gives them a free turkey leg and 20% off on clothes at the fair. So all this well, right? But they didn't send the pterodactyl to the Jurassic area, Jurassic area. But they ended up sending him to Yorkshire, England in 1951. But that's okay because the farmers decided that they need help sowing seeds. So they put him to work and feed him and everything, so everything does end up good. Alright. Next up we have DC Classics, The Batman Adventures, #1, made in 2020 by DC. This was written by Kelly Puckett, and the art was by Ty Templeton. This is the Penguin's big score. That's done in 3 acts. Act 1, Charm School Dropout. We got the Penguin, who is unfortunately not drawn to look like Danny DeVito, which is really sad. I'm just chilling with this gang, learning new words like rapid and arteriosclerosis, and all of a sudden a TV set is delivered to them. Mysterious. Who was the senpai? The Joker, of course. It's an interactive TV set, and he wants the Penguin to steal something. And then Act 2, Top of the World, huh? So the news is broadcasting and saying that the Penguin is one of Gotham's finest philanthropists. Batman doesn't buy this one bit and investigates. He finds that former millionaires had their money stolen, like J.P. Stanford and Andrew Morgan. And then after it got stolen, they had some of their money donated. Sounds like Robin Hood. Except he's only doing it to get noticed, not because of good. So Bruce Wayne goes, as Bruce Wayne, ends up going to the policeman's charity banquet, where the Penguin is, and Bruce outbids him. He puts $2 million on, which is $1 million more than Penguin donates, which makes him angry and jealous, maybe enough to steal. Then we go to Act 3, Power of the Press. the Penguin does the smartest thing ever and goes home and gets a good night rest. Probably in an alternate universe. In this one, he decides to try and rob Wayne Tech, because that's the smartest thing, and obviously Batman is not there. Obviously not a trap. Well, turns out the Batman is there, and it is a trap. He beat up all the guards and got Penguin to confess to all the robberies on a hidden camera. The end. Next, we got Marvel Zombies Resurrections #1, made in 2019 by Marvel. This was written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, and the art was by Leonard Kirk. Now it starts off with a quote: "It is evident that we are hurrying onward to some exciting knowledge, some never to be imparted secret, whose attainment is destruction." That was in the manuscript in the bottle, Edgar Allan Poe, made in 1835. That statement alone means we're about to see some shit. Well, we are. Some Galactus type shit. The Fantastic Four and some other heroes, who I'll name at the end. That makes me feel like a teacher. Find out that Galactus is near, but he's not moving. He's stopped. Completely cold. So they figured to grab his body and destroy it before anyone else can use it. They go out there and find out that's too late. People are already using his body for shelter. And there's one more thing. These people are infected. They've got Captain Marvel. That includes appearances from the Fantastic Four, like Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, Invisible Woman, Sue Storm. I'll probably Sue Richards by now. The Human Torch, Johnny Storm, and the Thing, Ben Grimm. Got Captain America, Steve Rogers, you got Iron Man, Tony Stark, got War Machine, there's James Rhodey, got Beast, Magik, Magneto, who is Eric, Wolverine, who is Logan, Groot, Franklin, Valerie, and Spider-Man. A lot of characters. That was good. Good. Next we have Saban's Go-Go Power Rangers Back to School #1, made in 2018 by Boom. It's written by Margaret Bennett, and the art was by Haria Catalini. High school. I don't miss it. I have like 4 friends from back then. I mean, I've learned a lot and have experienced a lot since then. Sure, I had a great time, but after high school was really the time when I shined. But one thing that's still great that I'll revisit is the Power Rangers. Speaking of Power Rangers, this one, the whole gang talked about what they did during spring break. Josh helped the teaching assistant with the deaf student. He was able to talk about dinosaurs. Her favorite is the Micropechicephalus. Yeah. But he learns you're proud of your abilities, but our abilities aren't our identities. A crucial lesson indeed. Means it basically just means that we are who we are, Just because we can do stuff doesn't mean that we want to do it. You know? And you have to adapt to that or whatever. So, Josh learns that he is the Red Ranger. As Zach was working on federal legislation on residential and small business insurance reform. Basically, he was making it so insurance companies would have to pay damages to anyone living in Angel Grove due to Power Ranger and monster fights. Insurance companies just don't want to pay that because, hey, you can always move. But everyone knows that's not the point. You learn more about fighting for what's right, no matter what. Zach is the Black Ranger. Jenny worked on a horse ranch in North Baja, California. She loves it there. He loves all 4 horses: Shamrock, Aristotle, Onyx, and Pineapple. Fortunately, one night during a heavy storm, part of the fence breaks and Pineapple escapes. Trini looks for her. She looks for her heavily, tirelessly, and she eventually finds her. She learns to never give up, never surrender. Man, I'm pretty sure this Galaxy Quest, I'm sure she learns other stuff. She learns determination, to never lose hope. Trini is the Yellow Ranger. Billy volunteers at the Scarlet Food Festival. He doesn't want to. He admits he's pretty awkward. He wants to do schoolwork and training. He doesn't want to really be around people, but his parents force him to try to be social. We all hate, I hate society. Anyway, he volunteers next and he spills some food on a girl named Nasik. She's already mad at some people already for making fun of her and stuff. So, Billy helps her out by enacting some good old-fashioned revenge, and it's pretty harmless. And he spills food on them. Hopefully that teaches him to be less awkward and be more sacrificial when it comes to friends. Kimberly stays home all spring break. Why is it summer? All spring break. Not by choice either. Her parents want her to study all the dang time. Like she has nothing else to do. So she sneaks out. Quite a lot. Nothing bad though, just doing her Power Ranger training. She even comes up with a guidebook called Kimberly Hart's Guide to Breaking and Exiting. Rules. Number 1. Wardrobe. Don't wear black. You'll look like a robber. Instead, wear olive green or navy blue. They blend more naturally, and if you get caught, you're not going to look like a robber. 2. Groundwork. Use little white lies like going for a walk. Don't use big lies like dominating the world or dominating the Matrix or anything. 3. Plan your routes. Go straight from point A to point B. No side stops. And number 4, don't lock your bedroom door. That automatically sends suspicions up if your parents do try to walk in. She learns more about stealth. Kimberly is the Pink Ranger. Of course, at the end of the story, they all get into their swords, which is their big robots. They all create the Megazord, which is all the robots combined, and they save the day. Alright, now we got Robotech number 0, in 2019 by Titan, and this was made on Free Comic Book Day. So, this basically the prologue to the whole series, where alien technology crashed on across Island, and the humans used that technology that crashed on it to advance their own technology. You know, they made like futuristic weapons and stuff. Of course, the Invids, they go back to Earth because, you know, that technology is theirs. They want it back. They're going to take it back by force, but we don't want them to have it back, so we're going to fight them. And that's the story. It's a short story. And last but not least, we have Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #1. It was made in 2016 by Boom. It's written by Kyle Higgins. The art is by Henry Prasetyo. That's so cool. He did the art for Robotech as well. I didn't say that, but you know. So yeah, so we catch up with these two guys called Broken Skull. They're making a series videos in Angel Grove, California. They're making a series of videos called Ranger Station, where it's all things Power Rangers. They are following the heck out of the Power Rangers and talking everything they can about them. And kind of like a lot of videos here on YouTube, where they just talk about the case of a lot of like the detective videos and stuff, where they just talk about cases and stuff. It's pretty cool. But they're all everyone is questioning the appearance of a green Power Ranger. There's been no Green Ranger before. Green Ranger, but is Tommy. Apparently, the Green Ranger worked with Rita Repulsa. He was created by Rita Repulsa, but Tommy changed sides. Now he's working with the good guys, and everyone's just like, can you trust it? Brown the sword on. I think he can be trusted, but everyone else is still keeping him at arm's length. Yeah. The guys, Bulk and Skull, they do go around and ask everyone this question of whether or not they can trust him. He asked Tommy himself what the Power Rangers mean to him. What they mean to him, you know. So now it's Trini, Kimberly, Billy, Jason, Zach, and Tommy. With Trini being the yellow, Kimberly being the pink, Billy being the blue, Jason being the red, Zach being the black, and Tommy being the green. And that's all. That is all. That's 10 comics I read. Was there any particular one that was your favorite? Let me know. You can drop it in the comments down below. You can reach me on my socials. I'm on Instagram at TRIPL3XXX I'm on Twitter at RealAverageJohn. I'm on Facebook at OfficialAverageJohn. Don't worry if you can't understand me. I have everything in the description down below. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace.